Hey guys, so who thinks that XRP is a centralized currency, or maybe not even a cryptocurrency now? So XRP is a product of a company called Ripple. Now in essentially Ripple has got three products: Xcurrent, Xvia and XRP, which is also called as XRapid. Now most part of the XRP is used to raise funds by issuing XRP tokens into the coin market. And guess what? Maximum share of the XRP is held by the company founders, right? About more than 60%. This is what makes it centralized. And the use case of Ripple or XRP token is to raise funds. Maybe there's an argument that XRP is also used to send and receive payment. But however, the main two products that Ripple uses to send and receive payments is Xcurrent and Xvia, right? So there has been a question mark whether Ripple, every XRP that exists out there into the coin market is actually a security. And that's quite possible, because if Ripple as a company is only using XRP to raise funds, and of that as well 60% is held by the founders, then it is very well a security. And that is the question which has been raised recently. This is an article published on news.bitcoin.com. It says centralized Ripple is probably a security token. And this is something which clicked my mind a couple of months back, and I actually tweeted. You remember the day I made this video, like 2 months back, when I was studying actually about Ripple, and I found out that the only use case of XRP is to only raise funds, and the actual products that they use for payment transfer with the bank is actually Xcurrent and Xvia. And whenever there is a partnership, Ripple partnership, it's not really the XRP partnership, it's the Ripple partnership. Of course, one thing that I also mentioned is it says our company. Now any decentralized project will not have a company. There is no company. A company, whenever you call a company, that means you are referring to a centralized entity. And this is what I referred. If you can see the tweet, the date of the tweet is about 5th of March 2018. So this was about last month. And I said that, so XRP is a security token issued by Ripple. Why the regulators and banks are so happy about it? Imagine that. And this was couple of months back. Now the same thing has been written on news.bitcoin.com here. It says how centralized must be a cryptocurrency be before it becomes security. And this is a very common case. Now if you see, there is a lot many ICOs which are issuing tokens out there just only to raise funds, and they are not decentralizing anything. And that's one of the example I would say is maybe Ripple and XRP, right? They are not decentralized everything. In fact, who they are, Ripple is just a company to serve to the banking system, the current fiat monetary system. They haven't decentralized anything. They are just a technology company, and that is what they mention on their website as well, right? So there's an argument here. And not only that, in fact, they tried to buy into Coinbase to be listed on the Coinbase so that they get that reputation. You would remember that recently the Ripple, there was a news that Ripple is going to be listed on the Coinbase. Thus it resulted into a price hike, but obviously Coinbase did not list them on the Coinbase. The reason being because they thought it is a centralized, and if they do list it, they might face regulatory issues. And the recent incident was also from Binance. Binance actually delisted Centra, which is actually a centralized cryptocurrency. Now, so this is another thing that we got to look at. So whenever there's an ICO or there's a new project, we got to see whether it's a security token or not, because if this is the case, most of the exchanges might not be ready to list those tokens just because those are the security tokens, right? So here it says that Ripple has its feather ruffled, and this was one of the reasons why, if you remember, Brad Garlinghouse, one of the owner of maybe Ripple, was also touted to be one of the billionaires, crypto billionaire, right? And the reason is that he holds the maximum number of XRP out there, right? More than 60%. So here it says that several commenters have crafted scratching critique of Ripple, averring that the cryptocurrency is swimming in security. XRP is a security, Ripple Co is the issuer. So Ripple company is the issuer and XRP is a security token. Brad Garlinghouse, Crystal Larson and other Ripple Co executives are subject to anti-fraud laws under SEC jurisdiction. This is coming out from the Lawson Baker. A supposed decentralized cryptocurrency can be security with enough centralization. Baker also claims to have assessed Ripple using Coinbase's own listing criteria and found that there is 50% chance of the token being categorized as security. What I found interesting is here it comes up as security and it's to the anti-fraud law. So is Ripple going to be called as anti-fraud? I mean, this is something that I sensed long time back, that I mean, this is an example for any company who says that, who issues the token, like you as a company can issue maybe 100 billion tokens and maybe put out 60% tokens out there in the market, and 40%, and then start selling your tokens, right? So that essentially what you're doing is you're using those funds to actually run your company. So that's basically not a cryptocurrency, and that's the case which is being put up on Ripple recently. So it says the XRP is definitely not decentralized. Ripple company creates the common enterprise. Ripple company initially distributed all XRP for money. This is the investment of money element of houses test. Ripple company and founders control more than 60% of the XRP in existence. Control is general, 10% of voting power in traditional finance. Ripple company even controls the inflation dilution of rate of XRP. He finishes, security analysis is a spectrum. XRP is the blinding security white light. He also mentioned that XRP is by no means the only cryptocurrency that could be constructed as a security, but it is the most high profile, and it is knocked back by Coinbase, has shed new lights on the Ripple business practices. It's quite clear. I mean, Ripple has been one of the controversial cryptocurrency. I mean, many people in this space do not believe even Ripple to be a cryptocurrency, and it also defeats the whole purpose of cryptocurrency, because any crypto, I mean, sometimes I have seen people comparing Ripple with Bitcoin, which by no means makes any sense, because Bitcoin is not a company. Bitcoin is a decentralized protocol, and comparing that to Ripple will absolutely make no sense. So I would put it this way, that maybe Ripple is a company, XRP is a token issued by Ripple. I'm not really sure. I mean, there are people who say that XRP is used for transferring money across, used by banks, but in my opinion, I think it's an X current and X via, which is also happens to be the Ripple product which is used. So it says if other crypto projects could spare 1 million cash and 100 million in tokens for a Coinbase listing. So basically it seems like Ripple actually was offering some money to Coinbase to be listed on the Coinbase listings there, right? So many would behave in exactly the same manner as it is. Only a handful of players, including Ripple with the billions of tokens at its disposal, is in a position to make such an offer. Exactly. How would a decentralized project can offer such a huge offer? No, it has to come from a central authority, like someone from the Ripple, because Ripple is centralized. So centralized cryptocurrency are not crypto, and they are not currency either. They are company stock. That's it. They are company stock. So if there is an ICO, if there's a company who is issuing tokens, I'm not saying there is any harm in issuing tokens, but consider that a security, because the only way your XRP price will go up, only way the issue tokens price will go up once you perform well. So once Ripple does well as a company, once Ripple has more partnerships with these banks, then the XRP price might go up. That's again not guaranteed, because again the issuance of the XRP token is again in the company's hands. They can issue as many tokens as they want to. So this is what I want to share with you. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know your opinion. What do you think about XRP and Ripple token? This has been one of the controversial topic. I mean, there are people who invest into Ripple and not knowing what exactly it is. Of course, there are people also invest because to make some profit. But at the end of the day, I think cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin inventions are to decentralize the whole financial system and not to be dependent on the bank. and whereas Ripple is trying to do the same thing, trying to help the bank to fight with the cryptocurrency. So I don't really know what's the purpose of a Ripple anyway. So let me know your opinion in the comment box below, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.